tell us where your passion for training started, like where it actually started.
So I think it probably started at that project for the London Police, I suppose, where at the time, everybody, if you needed to learn something, you had to go off, travel to this this centre in the middle of nowhere, do your training for a week, come back. But it may not be quite relevant for your job, or it might be that it's relevant, but, in a year's time. And at the time, the UK, there was lots of things happening within the London Police and UK Police, of things happening that was just based, like race and diversity challenges and things like this, where learning could really help to train people in understanding other cultures, for example, or even just kind of investigations like murder investigations that may not have gone so well because of the knowledge that the officers have had, and how do you train that and how do you kind of improve that. And so this is where I think I realized that kind of e-learning was a great way of being able to push things out quickly, short things that kind of could resonate with people to help them learn something, but help them achieve and do better at their jobs. Although every policeman in the UK absolutely hates me now, because obviously I've taken away their cushy trips to the lovely retreat to do their training, put up at a hotel, and now it's just whether they can, during their job, just trying to do a bit of e-learning. So apart from that, I think it's great, but it saved a lot of money for the taxpayer as well, and it's
They must be cursing you now.
yeah.
Great. Okay, but like what happens with a lot of people is once they get into the delivery side of things, they're almost not at all interested into training people. Even if I've seen a lot of people who are good at deliveries, knows the project or knows what they've built inside out. But when the time comes for the user training or any kind of training that requires them to talk to people and explain them how to use what they have built, they struggle at it like anything, and I mean it's very difficult for them.
Yeah, and I think it's because, and one of the reasons I kind of started Admin to Architect as well was it wasn't just a certification course. It was kind of thinking of what are those softer skills that you need, and one of those is actually demonstrating the value of what you've produced, and that kind of training and communication, which all kind of comes back to that business benefit of why you did it in the first place. And also knowing that, okay, I'm doing this piece of work, and it's knowing what's in it for me, for the user. So what is the user getting that you're doing that's going to add value to what they're doing day to day? And if you've got that connection with, the users that you're doing the work for, what the value is of what you're doing, then being able to then communicate that is a lot easier. But also having the softer skills of actually knowing how to communicate it in the first place, and, having the confidence to believe in yourself and say, look, this is really cool. This is really going to benefit you because that's what the whole point we're doing it for. And so you can communicate it and say, hey, look, this is going to really give you add value. And this is how you use it, basically. And even just little features and things like that is like the Kanban board in Salesforce always just kind of, for some salespeople, is like, wow, I can now see all my opportunities because they've never gone to the Kanban view, Yeah, and stuff like that, where it's even just in the platform, just knowing little bits that you kind of give, little bits of dust that go with your, the thing you've just built, and the platform tools that are already there, so you can show them, the value within what you've done, as well as the kind of the tools within Salesforce as well that come out of the box.